Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this episode of Flight of Fancy. I'm so excited to bring you guys Dineo. She has started her journey of becoming an amazing artist. So please, everyone, welcome Dineo to Flight of Fancy.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for joining me today. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm happy to be here. Excited.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here. So, Dineo, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Okay, yeah. So, I'm a South African born citizen who moved to the UK about 11, I don't even know how many years ago, but like 2007. And I've been living in the UK since then. We uprooted from South Africa because my mom is a nurse. And she got a job offer in Warwickshire at the time, in like up north or south, I'm not sure. But yeah, she got a job down there, and then we kind of moved. We really didn't have a choice. But yeah, I've been living in the UK ever since.
So, tell us a little bit about your experience living in the UK.
So living in the UK to living in South Africa is like completely like a different life or a different world, shall I say, because the culture is obviously different, and how we do certain things and how we say certain things, and like the language of people talking to each other is different. Just everything, communication, just everything is different. So I had to kind of adjust myself to the UK very quickly because I was young and I was going to go to like high school, year 9, which is like grade 12, or I don't know, like somewhere around there, like almost going into university.
Okay.
If that makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah.
So the language, obviously South Africa has 11 different cultures / languages. And I speak kind of like 5 of them, 3 fluently.
Oh, wow. So what languages do you speak?
So I speak Zulu, Sotho, and Sepedi.
Dope.
Yeah, and obviously English, but because I haven't lived there for such a long time, I'm not as fluent in them, but I can understand them pretty good. So the languages, obviously, the cultures, like we have certain traditions that we celebrate and like things like that. Obviously Christmas is like a huge deal here. Christmas is a huge deal there, but for us it's more of a religious aspect because I was raised as a Christian rather than it being like decorating Christmas trees and that kind of thing. But yeah, very, very different.
So I know you said you moved from South Africa to the UK, so still tapping into young Dineo. I just wanted to know, was becoming an artist something that was always in the forefront for you? Because I know you're currently an artist, you are a singer, so I just wanted to know if being an artist was something that you've always wanted to do, or did you have a different path in mind?
So when I was growing up, I used to think I officially knew what I was going to be when I was 12. Like officially in a sense of as in what expectations are. So my mother has always wanted me to be like in law. So she wanted me to be a lawyer and like go to university and study and kind of get my bachelor's in law. But I was kind of like, okay, I went along with it because, you know, sometimes you want to please your parents and, you know, you want to be good and, you know, and I was just like, when I turned 16, something didn't sit right with me. I was like, I'm not about to pay $9,000 to go to university do something I'm not sure about, because even though I wasn't like 100% like, you know, going into it heads, let's go, I was like 30% of me was kind of like, why am I doing this? Like, why?
Right, yep.
Why am I doing, like, for what? This isn't something I've always, like, been saying, you know, I want to be. I just did it because mom said it. So it was just one of those things that I was like, I don't know. And then when I turned 17, I fell in love with music, or should I say music found me, because I was in like the worst time of my life. Like I wasn't having the best relationship with my mom because we were at odds with each other about my life and like how I should live my life and like where she thinks I should be and where I should be, you know? So it was two separate things that weren't going in line with each other, and we were just at odds with each other, and I was so down. I didn't really have my close friends with me. I was literally like in a bad spot, and I was like, I would say music saved me, honestly. If it wasn't for me kind of picking up a guitar for no reason, and just playing it, learning how to play the chords by myself, I don't know where I'd be, because like when I was in my room playing, that was my happy place, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that is how I got started, and how I kind of, my calling came to me and found me.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Because I feel you on, you know, like not knowing 100% like what you want to do, like getting ready to go into college or university,
sure,
as you guys put it. But, you know, I think that's pretty big and pretty bold of you to, you know, recognize that, and then to, you know, have that conversation, you know, with your mother, and, you know, because a lot of times we do go off to school and we might major in something, and then it's like totally not
the right thing for you.
what we're doing after we graduate, or even later down the road. So I think that's key to, you know, kind of follow your heart.
I think in this day and age of us getting so much information and so much competition and so much, I don't know how to put it, but like you kind of are either going with the crowd or you're kind of going by yourself, if that makes sense. Like, you're always like, there's always people around you telling you information and like telling you to do this, telling you to do that. And it's up to you to kind of be like, well, if it is what I want to do, then yes. But if it's not, I'm going to take your advice, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what the next generation is going to have to worry about with like social media and everything that's happening in the world and all of this. It's like too much information that we're getting. That's just, you have no idea who you are anymore. You're just competing with all of these random people, and you're just kind of, it's hard. It's hard out here. It's very hard.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you. Because, you know, with social media, it does have, you know, that fake portrayal, if you will, you know, because you can post what you want and make anything seem amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Unlike me, I mean, I post my good stuff too, but if I'm having a horrible day, I mean, I might tweet about it, or either I'll be like, well, this day was super rough.
What? It's okay. Like, why not? It's fine. I don't understand this notion of, you know, you have to live in a perfect world. You know, your Instagram has to be sunsets from, you know, Monaco or whatever. Like, I'm sorry.
Right.
If you're having a bad day, you're having a bad period. There's no, like, you know, I can't. Like, I can't.
I know. Because I know, like, with my Instagram and all that, like, you know, I had a vision in my head, like, you know, because you see some of them that look like flawless, like just nice, amazing. But I'm like, but that's not me. I'm just going to post randomly whatever the heck I want to post, and call it a day.
Followers be damned. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're, you know, like, it's so frustrating because it's harder for me, because when I'm doing, because I'm a brand now, that's my business. Like, I'm officially my own business. I'm my brand, and I have to post things that are in line with my brand and that kind of thing, which I understand, which when we go into logistics of business and marketing and that kind of thing, but it's exhausting, like, to have to always be like, I'm one of those people who was never on social media anyway. Like, I'll post like fun videos of me doing something fun, and like, but I'm that person who's like, where's my phone? Like, has anyone seen my phone? Like, I don't know where my phone is because I'm not on my phone that much. So for me to continuously have to update things on social media and keep people engaged and like, oh my, wow. I think that's been the biggest struggle for me as an artist going into my start of my career. Because I, like in my degree recently, obviously I did research into like marketing and like how to raise your engagements from fans and stuff like this, because obviously as a business now I have to start thinking in that mindset. So the biggest challenge was having to find content to post and keep people engaged. And like, I'm doing okay, but it's a struggle. It's a hard road, honestly.
No, I get it. So like, do you have people around you that might be able to help you out a little bit with certain things like that? Or are you content on doing it yourself right now?
Right now, because I don't have the kind of funds or, you know, like, network to kind of pay people to do that for me. Like in future, 100%, I think I'll be able to, you know, pass off my Instagram to someone else and my Facebook to someone else to post some amazing content and do it regularly on a basis if I'm not able to post anything. But at the minute, I'm pretty much doing everything because I kind of don't have a choice, if that makes sense.
Right. I get it.
Yeah. Hard life.
And it kind of makes you appreciate it a little bit more, too.
Yeah, it's true.
Put the time and the work in.
Exactly. No, 100%. Because, like, the most, you know, anything happens on, like, Facebook or internet or whatever, I'm literally like, yay! Like, I did it myself.
Yep.
Not my team, but obviously in future, for sure. Like, that's something I would definitely be open to, someone doing content and posting for me. That would be amazing.
Awesome. You'll definitely get there. I know it.
Ah, thank you.
So I know you said, you know, at a younger age, you know, music kind of found you, but are there any artists or any influences out there that inspire you on this new journey as a artist?
There's absolutely a lot. There's a lot. I grew up listening to people like Nat King Cole, kind of like Frank Sinatra. My mom is a huge jazz person, like, but I kind of like went the Dolly Parton road and like the, you know, Carrie Underwood road. I love country music. Country music is like, I feel like sometimes you find your soul in country music more because the stories that kind of come out might be something you're going through, which is something that happened. Like, there was, at the time when I was going through this whole massive thing, this is so random and like so lame, but there was a movie, Hannah Montana came out.
Oh yeah.
The Hannah Montana movie, and there's a song called The Climb in that movie, and I don't know why, but that song is still like, I'm guessing, getting goosebumps talking about it right now. But that song was like my go-to song every time I felt like, how am I gonna get out of this, or am I gonna be okay, or what am I gonna do kind of moment. And there's like one lyric that's always like, it says, there's always gonna be a mountain, I'm always gonna want to make him move. Ooh, Lord.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Come through with the lyrics. So yeah, I just find like those kinds of like words so moving, like that kind of music. Obviously, I'm huge into pop, like obviously influences. I listen to like Beyonce, obviously, Destiny's Child, like old school TLC, like I love anything. Even right now, like there's some amazing artists around, Dan and Shay, Miley Cyrus, obviously. She's just come through. She's, the past couple of years, she's been going through a lot, but like her music has been good. Like, I don't know what's happening. But I feel like that's a thing for musicians. Like, whatever triumph or hard time you're going through, you let it out in the music, and the music turns out amazing. Regardless of how you're feeling.
Right. So if you had an opportunity to have a round table with your top, we'll say 5, we'll give you 5. Your top 5 artists, who would they be?
Holy cool. Oh my God. I would want Whitney Houston. If I could. Rest in peace.
Right.
Carrie Underwood. Her voice is insane. Let me think. Michael Jackson, hello.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait. Beyonce, obviously. Wait, one more. Oh, this is hard. Why is this so hard? I know this is a random one, but J-Lo.
Okay.
Only because of her hustle. The girl has hustled since she was like freaking 20, and she's been on the hustle until now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I feel like she takes movies, she takes this, she takes that, and she's super amazing. And maybe Jennifer Hudson. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like one extra on the side.
Right. I guess we can allow that one to slide in there.
Yes. Those are my people.
So what's in your playlist right now? Like, what are you listening to, on a daily?
Literally, lately, I've been listening to a lot of Afrobeat.
Okay.
Like, I've just gotten into it so much. My go-to song right now is Hurting Me by French Montana.
Okay.
That song is lit. It gets me in a party mood no matter where I am. Literally, I was on the bus the other day, and the bus was so full that I was standing, and I was holding on to this, and this song came on shuffle on my playlist, and I was like, why are you doing this to me? Because you know I'm gonna dance, like, you know, and I'm in a bus full of people. I can't do that, like. But you don't skip it anyway.
You could have started a viral video or something.
Oh my God, stop it. No, of me just by myself.
Totally. Why not?
Oh my God, hell. Ooh. Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of listening to other artists and pulling from other influences, are you currently reading any books or listening to any podcasts right now?
I am reading books. To be honest, my go-to books are, the Divergent series?
Yeah.
Yeah, by Veronica Roth. They are by Veronica Roth. And obviously the Mortal Instruments. Yeah, but they're like these random sci-fi books. I'm so weirdly into like sci-fi. I don't know why.
I feel you. Well, I love aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
it's so
I'm on that
interesting.
same wave.
Yeah, it's so interesting. They either have to be a love story in sci-fi, between the whole star-crossed thing, or it just has to be like magic and wizards and stuff. And I'm good.
Yes. I get it.
Yeah.
So when you say love stories and all that, do you have any like love stories within your songs that you've created?
Not as of, I'm in the process of writing a song. It doesn't have a title just yet, but it's the first love song, like love song that I've written. And it's not about a certain person particularly. I just think sometimes you fall in love with someone and sometimes you have to let them go. Kind of. It's kind of like that sense of like someone you loved for a season.
Gotcha.
And now they're like gone. But yeah. My recent EP is not anything to do with love songs by by intention, like on purpose, because I wanted my first songs to be inspiring about finding who you are as a person or being happy with yourself as a person, which is the song I'm Here.
Yes,
I think I just wanted
I definitely wanted to get into that because it's on Spotify. Your EP is, right?
For sure.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Anyone who's listening, go get it. It's amazing.
So since we're on the topic of your album, what inspirations did you draw from to help you create this album, I Am Here?
So, I Am Here is my anthem. I feel like it's not the same for everyone else. I think Feel It is more of a popular song on the EP, but I Am Here is close to my heart because I actually co-wrote the song with another person, which is a friend of mine called Tobias Ward, and we worked together at some point in my life, I think a couple of years ago, and he was like, wouldn't it be amazing to write a song about where you've come from? Like, you know, about how you've been working these meaningless coffee shop jobs for such a long time, and now you finally found your music and you're here. And I was like,
right.
Yes. And specifically, I Am Here was, you know, meant to be about me coming out from doing all these little jobs that weren't benefiting me for anything and just working for other people. And I decided that, why am I doing this? This isn't what I want. My goal is to be a musician and a singer. I want to make a living out of it and pay my bills that way. Why am I, you know, meaningless jobs that aren't benefiting me, just benefiting other people? So I was like, I'm going to go to uni and go do my degree, the last of my degree. And the song was written on the spot as well. Like, it was literally written in like 3 minutes, which is insane because I never thought that I would be able to, you know, when you challenge yourself and you're just like, I wasn't expecting this out of myself, like, which is great. But it's also a testament to the songwriter I wrote the song with.
Dineo, thanks for sharing that. You know, it's pretty awesome how you just talked about the process of writing that song. And then just like your backstory on like working different jobs and things like that. 'Cause I definitely agree with you on that because, you know, I am working a 9-to-5, but I just envision myself working for myself and just creating my own path because I just find it very rewarding, and just having to continue to build someone else's dream is just exhausting sometimes, and I would rather exhaust myself building something that I'm proud to wake up to and be a part of every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Yeah, just working for other people. I mean, it works for some, you know, and unfortunately right now that is what I have to do to pay the bills until I get to where I want to be.
It's the same for me, yeah.
I just commend you so much. Like, I just think that's so awesome, and I can't wait to see, like, all the great things that you will be able to accomplish. So,
I mean, I'm still, like, don't get me wrong, I'm still working, like, at a different place, but I think my mindset has just switched. Like, my mindset was literally, like, just changed. I was like, I'm only doing this for money. I'm doing this job for money. I'm not, like, flailing around, not knowing where I'm going. I know exactly where I'm going, but I need to get some funds. So that's why I'm here. Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think when I was younger, I just kind of lost, like, that vision. And I was kind of like, yeah, I'll work here. Yeah, I'll work here for, like, literally no pay and just, you know, like, none of that now. I'm like, come on, girl. Dust off your boots and get that booty up there.
Yes, absolutely. So do you have any advice for anyone who is looking to jump into the music world, or just any advice in general for those who are trying to create their own path?
For sure. I mean, I'm just getting started too, so, anyone who's out there who is doing better than me, shoot me some advice. But I think the biggest lesson for being in the music industry in general right now, and just as a young Black woman who is, striving to be better, I think make sure that you are 100% want to do it. And you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. This is a kind of career that you have to put everything that you have into. You can't have ifs or buts or doubts. You have to kind of jump head in, head first, and kind of take the bull by the horns, as they say.
Yeah.
Yes. And also kind of do what you want to do. Make the music that you want to do. Write the songs that you want to write. Don't let people come in and try and change you for something, because I went through that. Because I could have been some successful, teen pop kind of person that they changed into something. Because I had an opportunity when I was, first coming into the business, 2 years ago. Someone offered me a deal, and they were like, why don't you do this and this? And then I kind of realized that it wasn't for me, because they wanted to change basically who I am. And the fact that, they wanted to capitalize on me being Black and being, kind of changing who I am basically. And I was kind of like, I'm not about that, because yes, I am a Black woman, but that's not all I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm also, a person who loves to dance. I love this, and I'm passionate, and I'm all these other things, not just one, thing. And I hated that, because they just put me in this category, and I was just like, yeah but that's not all of me. You know what I mean? I was like, no. And then they kind of tried to trick me into doing things. It was just a horrible situation. I walked away, which was great. And I just felt like I'm going to do it on my own. And when I do it on my own, with all my own spins on it, where I don't have to change who I am to make someone else happy, it'll be even more rewarding, because I'll be doing me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, you hear a lot of times, artists get lumped into that one category, or they just kind of roll with it and play along with it.
Yeah.
So you definitely have that mindset and that mentality to know what you want and how you want to do it.
100%.
So I think that's really key too. But I think for you to be as strong-willed and strong-minded as you are, that will definitely play a big hand in the momentum of your career.
No, I think I'm so happy to hear you say that, because I feel like, sometimes when you make a decision, you overthink it, and you think, did I make the wrong choice? Did I do this? Did I do that? And I'm obviously confident in my choices, and I know that, but sometimes, obviously, big opportunities like that, where I could have been, making millions and, millions of, but then it wouldn't be authentic, because I would be a carbon copy of something I'm not. So, 100%, I'm happy. And also, it's kind of like, I didn't want to, because obviously now I have people looking up to me. I didn't want to, I don't feel right making something for people to look up to that is fake.
Right.
Does that make sense? Because I know that I have, I got an email the other day of someone saying, I'm here, inspired me so much, and now I'm doing dance at the University of such and such. And, that kind of message. And I'm just like, okay, thank you. This is what I want. My genuine self and my authenticity, making someone else successful, making someone else get out of their funk. So it's, good. But, imagine if I was doing, some, posing naked, or, doing all these inappropriate things that are inspiring other Black women to look at me in a certain way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like, obviously that's the music industry, but, like, I think in life generally, I think know what your own success is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, have your own path charted rather than looking at what everyone else is doing. Because now, obviously, like we said before, in the day of social media and, like, all of this stuff, it's very hard to look at certain things in a way, because, like, now people are getting depressed because, you know, they don't have the luxury yacht in Malta or whatever that some other friend is posting about on Instagram or whatever. But I think it's very, like, confusing and, like, hard, obviously. But I think when you finally find, you know, when something clicks in your brain and you're just like, I don't care, like, about all these other people. I'm here to be happy for me. Like, you know, what is my happiness and what is my happy place? That's what I need to find. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, because you can get caught up in, like, what people are doing and stuff like that. I know I've kind of talked about that on, you know, some previous episodes and all that other stuff. But, yeah, but to your point, you definitely have to find what your success is and just build off of that. Because, you know, you might be content on something, whereas another artist might want this, you know what I mean? So you have to know exactly what you want and then just create it and build it and get to your level of success.
Exactly.
And ultimately that would, you know, translate into your happiness. Because like you said, you had a deal, but you could have been making millions and all this other kind of stuff at that point, but you never know the turn of events that could have come from that. Like, you know, you were saying that they wanted to kind of change you, so you would have to go through that identity type of situation, you know what I mean? So, everything works out and everything happens for a reason. So,
100%. I still believe that.
You made the right decision. So,
yes, for sure.
You know, like you said, you just have to really be content and happy on the choices that you make to get you to where you want to be.
So, with you being in the music industry, have there been any struggles or successes that you can share with us?
I think there will always be struggles, and, like, you know, like struggles in the sense of I'm going in a genre that is completely unknown to us, people of color, because we're supposed to be in this, you know, like, because I think that's one thing that irritates me, that as people of color, they just box us into this category of, like, what we're supposed to be, and that is it. And I'm just like, well, why can't I be a female black artist? I don't understand. That's in country music. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't who wrote this book that is telling me I can't be something? Who is this person? Because let me find them and tell them my story.
Right, absolutely.
Because it's absolutely not. Because now I've had a lot of, like, hate on my Instagram, like, recently, being a, you know, what is country music? You're not country music because you're not white, like, that kind of thing. And I'm just like, what is your problem? Like, country music is a form of storytelling. Like, why am I not allowed to tell my story in a certain way? Because you deem that un-black-like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm just like, leave me alone. Let me live my best life. Like, if I want to be something, that's up to me. But, like, it's obviously somebody who was very, like, out to get me because they were saying, like, racial slurs, obviously, like, and it was very, 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 racial, like, you know, like, racist. And I was kind of like, you know what? Obviously, it's not my problem. Like, I'm not a racist. Like, that's their problem. And they will have to figure that out on their own. But obviously, I'm going in the right track if I'm getting hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Wow, I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. But like you said, you must be doing something right for them to come at you like that.
And it goes also to, like, you know, when we do listen to certain music, because, you know, my playlist is super random. Like, of course, I have, you know, rap, R&B. I have a slew of country music. I have metal, like hard rock. Like if I like it, I'm gonna jam out to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny that we get looked at crazy if I'm blasting, you know, a Luke Bryant song. You know what I mean? But then, you know, to the next person, they could jam out to, you know, whoever. And it'd be cool, like, oh yeah, you like rap music? Awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no, exactly. And it's okay for them to be all like, you know,
mellowing out, just listening to country. So
it irritates me so much. It irritates me. It's like one of those things where I'm just like, no, like that's not okay. Like, no, absolutely not. I'm just like, you know, it's okay for you to be like, you know, all my this, you know, N-word everywhere, this, hey, all my bitches in my, and you're sitting there rapping that, and I'm just like, body like a back road, driving with my, and that's not okay. I don't understand. For what?
Love that song too, by the way.
Same. Yeah, it was literally my summer jam. I was like, yes, Sam Hunt, come through.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Speaking of summer, okay, so, you know, we obviously met at that summer camp, so.
Oh my God, yeah.
Did you,
Why are you laughing?
After that year, did you go back? Did you go again?
Wait, what year was that? What year were you there?
It's been, what, like 3 years now, I think?
17?
16, maybe?
I went back one last time.
Okay.
2017 was my last summer at camp.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to, but, you know, other responsibilities got in the way.
Of course.
I was not able to. What do you like to do to relax or reset your mind when you're going through your journey right now?
I am a huge fan of just being in my own space. So I live alone, and I am, my friends accuse me of this, like, too much. They're like, you like being alone way too much. But, like, that's where I'm, like, you know, like, content. Like, I love just sitting at home, like, lighting, like, scented candles and just chilling out, like, and maybe reading, like, one of my books. Like, I would rather, I'm the type of person that's a homebody. Like, I would rather be home. Don't get me wrong, I'll go out for, like, a burger and stuff. Because, you know, food every day, all day. But I would stay home. Like, if I had a choice between going out or, you know, doing that, I would stay home, light candles, and just sit in silence.
Yes, sometimes you need that me time to just relax.
It's like, I've had enough. I've reached my quota of, you know, talking to nonsense people that are just, I don't even understand, because, like, it's like some people ask such dumb questions, and I can't fathom how, anyway, yes.
No, I'm there with you, because I have to, you know, I wish I was, like, more, I guess not visual sometimes, because my facial expressions, you know exactly.
That is literally my life.
What I'm feeling. So I'm just like, okay, Courtney, control your face first.
Yes, literally.
Say
oh my
what
God.
you need to say.
So bad. It's so bad. I need to, like, sometimes I have to, like, walk away because I'm just like, my face is too much right now. Like, I can't even control it. It's just, like a body of its own. I'm just like, okay. But it's too noticeable, if that makes sense. But
yeah. So I guess that's one of my struggles that I need to overcome.
Same. But at the same time, you can't, because it's your face.
Right. Like, yeah, I get it. So I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, I feel you. Definitely. I guess just walk away is really the best option.
Literally.
In that spot.
My God. At least most of the time they're through the phone, because I'm a receptionist. So for a restaurant, so I take, like, reservations, that kind of thing. And then they ask dumb questions, and I just repeat their question, and I'm like, is that what you're asking me? And they're like, oh, and I'm like, yep, that you just said that, like, that came out of your mouth. Yes, sir.
I hear you. Well, I don't always have that luxury, but I know if some people could see my face,
You would
it'd
be
comedy
like,
hour, probably comedy hour for sure.
oh my God.
Oh man! So what's to come in your journey? Like, what do you see happening for Dineo here in the future?
So I have, it's hard because the biggest thing that I want to do is move to Nashville.
Okay. Ooh.
Yes. Yeah. I see myself like maybe 5-10 years. I will definitely make that journey. But like in the immediate future, I think I'm just going to carry on writing new music and kind of seeing where that goes. Because I think the best thing I can do right now, obviously with the new EP coming out, this EP wasn't for people to, it wasn't like meant to be like, a big deal. It would have been nice if it was, reaching the thousands of listeners and whatnot. But I think it was just for me to kind of get myself out there and give people a taste of what I'm about. So now
Right.
there's music out there that I've made, So I think that was my goal. So now I'm hoping to just, broaden my fan base and get more people listening and, writing more music. So yeah, I'm gonna write a new, I think I'm gonna release a new 3-track EP within the next 2 years.
Well, I can't wait for it. But before we get out of here, where can our listeners find you, whether it be on social media or what do they need to look for on like Spotify?
Okay, so I have a full-blown website that you can go to, which is dineomusic.com, which is DINEO music.com. And there you will find links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and any other links that you might be interested in. Any other blogs or anything that are writing about anything going on will be on my website.
Dineo, thank you so much for joining me and being a part of this today.
Aw, thank you so much. Like, you have no idea how great it is for someone to acknowledge that, you're making waves for yourself, It's amazing. And reverse to you too. I think that you're doing a great job, and I'm so, like, we're doing it. We're doing it, Courtney.
Yes, we are.
Good for you. Good for you
Thank
too.
you.
I'm rooting for you too.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, guys, thanks for listening, and be sure to check out Dineo's journey. But until the next episode, to all you inspired dreamers, keep creating.